Hey, all, I just wanted to reach out at the start of May here and touch base and hopefully kind of guide you through maybe some things as we continue during the pandemic and stuff like that. I hope you and your families are all doing well. And for sure, I don't have all the answers, but hopefully through the next 5 or 10 minutes or so, I can point you in the right direction and kind of help you out through what's going on. I think first and foremost, when we're going through this type of stuff, and it's kind of been 6 weeks, is this idea of uncertainty and where does that leave us as an athlete, and trying to prepare and stuff like that. I think when we have uncertain times, it kind of increases the chances of fear, and I think when we're certain about things, that we have a clear thought process, and if our job is to win a championship, we're certain about that, and we're going to invest our hours and try and hone our craft accordingly and stuff like that. And right now we don't have any of that. So, I think what we can do though, is we can create some type of clarity, and when we have clarity, and it helps when we have uncertainty, and what's our purpose, right? It allows us to create courageous actions and kind of take the next steps forward. And I think the strongest message when it comes to mental performance is to understand negative emotions are going to happen. You're going to feel frustrated. You're going to feel annoyed. Don't suppress those things, but make sure we find ways to be task oriented and work through those stressors, so to speak. And I think it's real easy when we're faced with stress, and especially after 6 weeks, it's super easy to disengage and just kind of distract ourselves and stuff like that. But I think it's really important that we try and push ahead, and we try and move forward with things, and understand that there is energy in any type of emotion, whether it be positive or negative, and we just kind of have to find ways to work through some of the negativity and stuff like that. So a lot of great things from a task oriented approach include eating well, good sleep patterns, activity. You may have to improvise a bit, but I think it's important that you find things to do. I'm 39, and I didn't think I'd be playing road hockey again, but I am especially with my daughter and stuff like that. So I think anything that can help you and get out of the house, especially as warmer weather approaches, and make sure we're hydrating well. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, but when we talk about performance skills, I think this is a great time to think and reflect and build our emotional intelligence and our self-awareness. Laugh at times. This is a great opportunity to kind of create self-talk, whether it's getting that workout in and try and find some type of pattern that will help you take that next step. And I think breathing, mindfulness practice, it's amazing what a long breath, what a long exhale will do for us. It tells our brain everything's going to be okay, right? And lastly, just be aware of things and your mindset. Start thinking about, hey, when this ends, how am I going to play? What's my identity? What does my best look like after this, right? And really spend some time visualizing these things. And at the end of the day, the what's are better than the whys, and what can I do today, as opposed to why do I have to do this today? And I think we have an opportunity to increase mental capacity. We have an opportunity to learn how we can manage stress. We have an opportunity to handle good versus bad days, to create a consistent pattern of thought. We have a great opportunity to build our identity and what we are and our athletic scheme. And I think this is a great opportunity to be present. And if we're present, we increase trust in ourselves. I think at the end of the day, we just want to take advantage of the actions that we can take. I think it's important that we look at things like self-assessment and emotional assessment and stuff like that. And, at the end of the day, the last big piece I can give you is build a great morning routine. So, wake up, have some mindfulness, review yesterday, right? This is where your self-talk comes in. Think about your highlight of isolation, maybe what was difficult yesterday, write it down, have a fun intention for the day. I've built a lot of forts, bakes cookies, watch a movie at noon. We don't get very many opportunities to do that. And then set your professional development for the day, right? Maybe it's a workout, maybe listen to a podcast, watch a documentary, be open to learning something new. Maybe text someone you haven't talked to for some time, and then make sure you spend some time visualizing your play, and try to work yourself up into playing an entire game, right? I mean, Mount Everest is climbed step by step, and painting a picture and learning how to manage yourself and how you make an impact is no different. And then scan the world around you and think of 3 good things that are happening, right? You know, keep a thought journal, right? And some of the things that go through your mind as you're in isolation, right? Because one day we're going to look back at this, and some people will say, and maybe your kids will say, how do we make it through? And you want to show them that concrete example of how you make it through. And kind of the last final thought I'm going to leave you with is make sure you're committed to your purpose, right? Picture that desired future when you get back. Make sure you have a plan, visualization, self-talk, mindfulness, stuff like that. And, you know, at the end of the day, as athletes, we all have passion, and you know, passion is the foundation to everything that we do. And so it's just, your passion needs to be ignited by different commitments, and our commitments aren't the same. We're not going to the gym, we're not going to the playing field, we're not doing any of those things, but there's still passion out there. And if we improvise and find ways to be task oriented in this times of stress, I think we can really do a good job. So just a few thoughts, you know, from the mental performance and performance skills and stuff like that. Take care of yourselves, be safe, and I look forward to future conversations with all of you.